What's going on, everyone? I'm Seriously Spiky, and welcome back to another episode of Dream Daddy. And today, oh no, today is not a good day.
Welcome. You've
We're on
got
the last guy.
dads.
We gotta go to Damien, but I don't want to. Luckily, we got this first beginning mission, as always. Looks like with Craig this time. Probably gonna go running, CrossFit, some shit like that. But before we get into it, make sure you go leave a like down below, subscribe, comment, share, all that, the whole 9 yards. Alright, let's get into this. These missions always take like 10 minutes. Hey buddy, so I have a favor to ask. Robert invited me over for dinner. And I know it's kind of a faux pas to invite another bro, but I've known the guy for years and still can't get a good read on him, and I know it's going to be super awkward if I go by myself. Will you please come with me? I love food. I especially love food that's free. Facts. And I don't know why you're so sweaty over cooking, but sure. Yeah, dude, I'm down. Thank you. I really hope that's a sweat of relief. Yeah, me too. Tip 79. Don't trust gas station egg sandwiches. Don't. Seriously. That doesn't sound too bad. I'd definitely go for free food. But why is Craig being so apprehensive? Does he know something about Robert that I don't? I hurry up and reply before my dad brain can work itself into a paranoia spiral. Yeah, dude, I'm down. Thank you. Craig and I decide to meet up before heading over to Robert's place. Craig's waiting on my porch, bottle of white wine in hand.
Hey!
Elijah, boy am I glad to see you. Likewise, man. Classy of you to bring wine. Oh, it's not wine. It's sparkling apple cider. Robert literally has a wine cellar, so I think he's good. Wow. Or at least I think he has a wine cellar. I'm genuinely unsure if he was telling the truth or not. I can never tell with him. Thank God it's not just me. I never know.
Nice.
He's so deadpan about everything. I usually just laugh it off, but man, that guy's an enigma. We start walking over to Robert's house. See, Robert's cool, but I got a daughter. I can't go for a guy like that. Does Robert even know how to cook? I have sincere doubts about whether he knows how to shave properly or iron his shirts. I feel like you learn to cook after you learn for those two first. One time I saw him grab a hot dog from a trash can.
Oh.
I mean, it was at the very top of the trash can, like sitting above it, but still, if he were on trial, I think the jury would define that as in the trash. In his defense, I've definitely considered grabbing food from the top of the trash before. Well, yeah, I think we've all considered it, but the difference is Robert actually did it. We're all thinking it, and he just does it. True. Maybe he's the enlightened one. Maybe we're holding ourselves back.
Oh.
We arrive at Robert's house and ring the doorbell, but the doorbell won't chime. Must be broken. Craig knocks on the door a few times. Since when does Robert have a dog? I mean, that's not that surprising. I don't know. That's weird. I can hear Robert just inside. 1 second! This is uncharted territory, Elijah. What if he's the one making barking noises and there is no dog? Something I would do. Something I would do for sure. Don't say that. We're not even inside yet. Finally, the door opens. Robert looks a little surprised to see me.
Hey.
Elijah, didn't know you'd be tagging along. You didn't even message him to be like, oh yeah, I'm inviting Elijah too, just saying. Like, you're just, what the hell? That is weird.
Oh.
Did Craig not tell Robert I was coming? Come on, Craig. Yeah, like what? He probably set up some romantic dinner. I can leave if there's not.
Oh.
No, it's fine. Come on in. Oh, jeez. We enter Robert's living room, which is surprisingly really nice. Super messy, but still nice. Make yourselves at home. We can still hear barking from the other room. I didn't know you have a dog, Robert. Oh yeah, that's Betsy. Have to put her up when guests are over. She'll calm down in a bit. I mean, at least it wasn't him barking through the door. What kind of dog is she? Pitbull. Rescued her from a dog fighting ring a few years back. She hates strangers. If I let her out right now, I would probably have to take you both to the ER. Craig and I make eye contact. He raises an eyebrow at me. Oh, okay. Anyways, dinner should be ready in a minute. Hope you guys like ossobuco. What the hell is ossobuco? Robert leaves the room, presumably to go to the kitchen. Craig leans in and whispers, Was the dog fighting thing real or was he kidding? I don't know.
Hey!
What's osobuco? I don't know!
Hmm.
Did he make up that word? Until I have osobuco in front of me, we can only assume so. We sit in silence for a second, taking in Robert's living room. See, like, I cook a lot, and obviously there's things I don't know, but I don't know what the hell osobuco is. I'll be real surprised if Robert cooks up some real fancy dish that I've never heard about. Are we about to get sawed?
Hmm?
Nah, usually you'd wake up in those situations. We voluntarily walked into this one.
Hmm.
Robert finally walks into the room, carrying 3 paper plates of steaming food like a waiter. I don't have a dining table. Don't trust them, so we're eating here.
Hey.
Also, I don't have real people plates. Hope that's okay. Robert sets plates in front of us on the coffee table. I still can't tell what it is. Looks like meat, maybe? Lots of sauce? I can make out some vegetables. I think that might be rice, but that could also be pasta? Guess there's only one way to find out. I take a bite.
Bro!
Oh my god. I take another bite. The medley of flavors in this dish is amazing. The meat is so tender, and the risotto. I think that's what it is. It's so creamy. Robert, this is really incredible. You cooked this? I fished it out of a dumpster behind a restaurant. Or at least I think it was a restaurant.
Nice!
Can you believe people just throw this stuff away? I almost gag. I'm kidding. I look over at Craig, who looks wary, but still has his mouth full. He gives Robert a thumbs up. Glad you like it. Where did you learn how to cook like this? Worked at a restaurant in Spain for a hot sec. Is he messing with us? I decide to play along. You lived in Spain? After I dropped out of college, I went backpacking through Europe, crashing on couches, sleeping in hostels, wherever. Totally broke. I worked a couple of odd jobs wherever I could to scrape together some cash.
Oh.
One night, I'm eating dinner at this little restaurant just outside of Madrid. I go to pay and realize I spent the last of my money on booze the night before.
Hey.
I'm in the middle of ditching when the manager catches me and puts me to work in the kitchen. Long story short, they ended up liking me so much that they offered me a job. Why not, right? Started living with some distant relatives on my mom's side.
Hey.
Over the course of 2 years, I worked my way up from busboy to sous chef. Learned a lot. Craig and I wait for the punchline. What night watchman did he swindle to get back to the States? Who did he con in a game of poker in the back room of a speakeasy for safe passage in the crew quarters of a cargo ship?
Hey.
Anyway, I still love to cook. I don't know what's real anymore, but this food is so good, so I kinda don't care. That's amazing. It really is. To be totally honest, I wasn't exactly expecting gourmet cooking here, especially not served on paper plates. I don't care about presentation. If the food is good, it should speak for itself. I disagree. I feel like part of the meal is how it looks as well. This osobuco is screaming for itself. And paper plates are just as good as regular plates if you double them up. That is true. Paper plates are perfectly fine. Hey, is it bad if I ask for seconds? Help yourself, but save room for dessert. I made lemonberry savarin? Savarin? I don't know what that is.
Oh.
Well, aren't you just full of... Craig looks over at me.
Hey.
Surprises. Robert winks. You bet I am. You can come over for dinner anytime. Craig. Oh. I'm gonna go get seconds. Me too. After consuming way more osobuco than my body could handle, and then really ensuring a later food coma with a generous serving of whatever savarin was, Craig and I decide to head out. Thanks for coming. I'm making an attempt to be more social. Well, we're always happy to stop by if you want company. Especially if there's osobuco involved. The hell is osobuco? I'm gonna have to look that up after. Alright, last guy, Damien, I guess. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's dadbook page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see that Damien's typing. But then he keeps typing. Oh god. And typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. Oh my god. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Elijah. I must confess my... Oh my god. I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter, for, as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in as gentlemanly manner as I would have liked. Oh my god. I hate this guy. Whoa, there's more. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Your humbled, D. Bloodmarch. His name is Damien Bloodmarch? Oh my god. I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda. Can you help me with something?
Ugh.
Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. No. Can you interpret this for me?
Oh.
I turn the computer to Amanda, and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying lol, LMAO, or whatever, and decided that they needed to do was bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Or our dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie. Still got a B though. Great. So what do I say to Damien?
Yeah.
I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards. Elijah. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. Ugh. I already hate this. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor, estate. The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? You just walk into his house without even him... He's not even there. Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where is Damien? God, he set this up to make himself look like a vampire, didn't he? Jesus Christ, I hate this guy. He probably has some device, like a string on the doorknob, so he could pull it and hide behind the corner or some crap. He's gonna approach behind me and be like, "Good evening. Elijah, pleasure to have you in my home." I look up and see Damien standing at the top of the majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Stop humming, please. Let me show you around. Okay. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason.
How delightful!
This is one of the older homes on the block. Yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. We walk past a door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know the rebellious teenage years. Oh my god, this guy has a son! Oh my god. Oh my god. That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward, there's more to see.
Hmm.
We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish.
Ah.
And this is the library. Sunlight streams in from floor to ceiling, arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room. Look out the window, look at the butterflies, pick up the book. That's enough for the tour. I guess look out the window. Oh. I walk to the window and am greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughter on his back. Of course he is. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Of course he is. Damn! Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? How do you know that? Wait, really?
Oh.
No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. You're not Victorian! And that wasn't a good joke. Look at the butterflies. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger.
Oh.
The pinner's gambit. Is that a thing?
Ah.
No. Pick up a book, I guess? You know, Elijah, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage use into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound with him. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants.
Oh my.
Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back onto the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. Please, will you join me for tea? I follow Damien to his sitting room, where finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What?
How delightful.
Oh my god, of course he's gonna correct me. Oh my god, I can't take this. It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of the people enjoying it, when in fact high refers to both the later time of the day that the working class had to enjoy tea, and the height of the tables on which they're served. Oh. My dear friend, we're currently enjoying an afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. Your home is impressive. Seems like you've really put a lot of work into this place. Thank you. No one's ever complimented my home before. Nobody ever. Nobody has ever liked your house, ever. Probably because you got no friends. Oh! Hell, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place. And look what you've done. Kinda jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What got you so interested in goth stuff?
Oh.
Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city? Sorry? Haha, did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. You're serious? Of course. But it's, you know, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously?
Oh.
I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for the art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into a sort of obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way?
Ah.
I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of tea.
Oh.
I can acknowledge that there were many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and to try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. Tell me, Elijah, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing, and quite honestly, rather attractive. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quickly, sound sophisticated. I like watching soap, making videos on the internet. Love me some word jumbles. I learned how to juggle once. I actually do know how to juggle. That took me a while to learn. Word jumbles are fun. I guess word jumbles. The written word fascinates me. We spend so much time using words, you know? And I think people would appreciate them if they had to unjumble them. It's poetic, really. Oh, so you're a writer? In a sense. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. That's disgusting. Why would you do that to sandwiches?
What did he say?
Come on, I have one more thing to show you. Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish and a beautifully landscaped rose. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. Oh my god, does he have like a butterfly garden and he goes out and just hunts butterflies for his collection? Psychopath. My garden. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower can mean a different thing depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Jesus. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off a vine. Lilium bulbiferum. Lilium bulbiferum? The orange lily. What do you think this one means? My loins are ablaze. Thou art the tightest. 3 cheers for sweet. Okay, thou art the tightest. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Oh. Well. And that's precisely why floral arrangement is so challenging. So, I'm gonna give if I have an enemy, I'm giving them the orange lily. Damien, you get the orange lily. You get it. What's your favorite type of flower? Snapdragons, honeysuckle, sunflowers. I only know sunflowers, so I'm gonna do that one. They remind me of sunshine, and then you can eat the seeds as a delicious snack. What a practical choice. Okay. My stomach grumbles. Aw man, now I want some sunflower seeds. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. He would put together a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. I've been given a bouquet before. I got a couple right back there with Felix. I got like 4 up there right now from my beau. My love. Suddenly, a phone rings. Oh, Elijah, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to his house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. This is a nice yard, not gonna lie. This makes me wish I had put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Oh hey, a gargoyle. No, I knocked over the gargoyle.
Fix that garg.
Fix that garg? How do I do this? Oh god. That's it, yes. This is easy. Light work. Light work! Yes, sir!
Goal!
Yes, sir! That was too easy. Come on. Come on. Phew, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset.
Ah!
Ah! Like, what was that? Elijah, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to. So afraid that I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything alright? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine. But it's Lucian. What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teacher needs me to come to the school. Post haste. Do you need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. I hate this guy. Let's go. Damien and I walk to the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien, you're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the my kids are in trouble rodeo. What is it this time? This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into darkness. Did they murder somebody? Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of the creepy basements. Ew. Oh, of course that's Damien's kid. Of course it is. That ass. We find another teacher in a boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucian and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around.
Huh.
What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucian tried to kill me. The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me.
Huh.
Whoa, Lucian. Wait a second. Did you try the cask of Amontillado, Ernest? I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turn to Damien and whisper to him. What's cask of Amontillado?
Huh.
It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to the cellar with a promise of wine and a fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall.
Oh.
It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucian, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was just going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot, but then he realized that I had lied about the wine. And you were cackling manically. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad,
Sweet
it took you 20 minutes? Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit on the cask of Amontillado. It took you 20 minutes to realize Lucian was leading you into an elaborate ruse? Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages and read a review of the movie.
What?
It's only 5 pages long and there is no movie. Ha, yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me, so when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell. Don't do whatever that was. Again, you two are both suspended for a week. No! Call the police! Call the police and expel him! He tried to murder another student! You guys are weird. Ernest and Lucian high-five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. His name is Lucian Bloodmarch. Oh my god. Thank you for your meditation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Lucian, Damien, and I pile into my car and begin the drive home. Lucian immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you and can see that you're struggling, so if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too.
Huh.
Maybe you can spend this weekend looking for a summer job. I know how much you wanted your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Do not be impressed! Get the belt! Get the belt! This kid has clearly never been hit in his entire life! Get the belt! Get the wooden spoon! Hit this guy, man! Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. No! I love you, son. Clearly this hasn't worked out in the past. Oh my god. Lucian continues staring out of the window. Love you too. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside.
Oh.
I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright. And all things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's your silver lining. There is that, yes. He's probably just going through a phase. I really admire how you handled that. Does this thing happen a lot? You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. That's why you gotta get the belt! Gotta get the belt! It rarely does. You're a good dad. See you around soon? It would be my honor and my pleasure. Okay. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy.
Huh.
I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo. What you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers, Extreme Edition. Ugh, I hate this show. This couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made of recycled bottles, and Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both of their heads touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg. Yeah, what if it rains? Why don't they just get a regular-sized house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucian since he tried to. He lured Ernest down to the cellar with a promise of fine vintage, and then tried to brick him into the wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read this story except for me? Lucian live-streamed the entire thing. This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy's a character, but he's really good company, and a surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too. I do not. I do not dig it. Can you dig it? No.
Wow, my stars, this... Never in a million moons have I had a date such as exquisite as this one.
What the hell was that, dude? What was that? Achievement
Welcome.
progress interview with
You
the
got
vampire.
dads.
Alright, everyone. That seems like a good spot to leave off. That was a terrible date. I hated that. He has a nice backyard, I guess. But everything about that was terrible. I knew I wouldn't like that. And I hate his son. Both of them. But if you like this video, make sure you leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, all that helps support the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.